cases. Better slow it down. Cold cases. The cases are cold. Cause people get lazy. Old. Hey, cold. 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 Cold cases. Cold cases. Cold cases. Sometimes the cases get closed. Sometimes they get cold. However, we are here to tackle these cases one by one. What is up? What is up, family? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and subscriptions. We are about to tap into some energy. Check out my podcast, family, Restful Revelations, on Spotify and Apple. Show me what I need to see for the collective at this time, Spirit. Show me what I need to see for the collective at this time, Spirit. There could be something involving a trash can. Okay? It says, yeah, trash. Something about trash cans are significant. Okay? Something about a trash can at a school is significant. This is really giving very much so cold case. So we're going to get into this cold case. So what I'm picking up on is a trash can at a school. There could be, trigger warning, a body that was found in a trash can at a school. Okay? Whoever this is, something about an initiation was taking place. The veil in reverse. Okay? This is someone not seeing something. Okay? So so a ritual took place. Alright? Could be in a group of girls. That's what I'm picking up. A group of girls in a ritual that took place. Okay? Yeah. The veil in reverse. Someone cannot pass through. Alright? Someone can't pass through. Someone is trying to pass through. Alright? Someone's angry. It's Queen of Cups in reverse. This lady is passed away, but she's angry. Okay? She can't pass through. Something happened at a school years ago. Okay? Initiation took place at a school, and this lady ended up losing her life somehow. Alright? The school could have been near a body of water. Okay? So what I'm picking up is this lady did not pass away at the school. She passed away. She was drowned. Okay? And then she was brought to the school. Placed in the trash can. Okay? Is what I'm picking up on. Something about an initiation is significant. Something about they tried to just throw her body in the water, family. However, the body kept coming up. The body kept coming up. So they couldn't throw the body in the water. So they took the body to the school and put it in the trash can. Something about music is significant. Alright? Something about music. So this happened. This could have taken place. I'm picking up in the mid to late 60s. This took place. Alright? And again, this lady is a music teacher. I don't know if I told you that I did say music is significant, but this lady is a music teacher. Okay? She was a music teacher. She worked at the school. She was a music teacher at this school. However, at night or on the weekend, she would sing jazz singer. Something about tap is significant. So she could also do tap. She was an entertainer. Okay? However, she really adored school. She adored working at this school. But there was a group of men. Okay? These men could have been in some type of music. They wanted to do music with her. They wanted to manage her career. All right? So they wanted her to stop working at this school all right, with these kids and come and get on and work on a road with them. One of these men could have been someone that this lady was romantically involved with. This person went to someone else. This person went to someone else who had a label, is what I'm picking up on. And yeah, said, told the person who had a label to meet up with them at this jazz lounge. Again, this is giving mid 60s, late 60s. Mid to late 60s is when this is taking place, family. Meet up at this jazz lounge is what this person is telling him. I want you to see my girl. She can sing and she can dance. She's an entertainer. She's a star. I want you to make her a star. Whoever this was that this lady was connected to, this person was, this person was a criminal. We're going to keep it real. And why do I say criminal? I'm going to tell you why I say criminal. This person was someone who was in the drug game. Okay, this teacher was messing with someone who was in a drug game. She could have known and she couldn't have known. I see liar right here. So this man could have told her that he was done he was done in the drug game. He was done dealing. He was done messing around with loan sharks and shit like that. This man went to this loan shark. This man owed this loan shark money. Okay? Yes. The man owed the loan shark money. The lady that was found in the trash can at the school, the music teacher, okay, had a man. The man owed the loan shark money, okay. 66 to late 60s, mid 60s to late 60s. You know what I'm saying? It was loan sharks back in the day, and they didn't play. Okay, they wanted their money. This man wanted his woman. He was trying to sell his woman to this loan shark. That's what he was trying to do. Sell her to the loan shark. Offer this lady up. And again, she's mad. She cannot pass through. She's angry. So he was trying to offer her up so he wouldn't be placed inside of the water, placed inside of the sea. Okay? Yeah. Because 7 of Lotus in reverse, this is something under the sea as well. This is what he did. He didn't want to be under the sea. He didn't want to be lost to the ocean or lake, whatever. All right? So he offered her. He told this loan shark, of course the loan shark didn't travel alone. The loan shark traveled with people. So he told the loan shark, hey, I have my old lady, she's a singer. She's also a music teacher, but she's a singer on the weekends. A jazz singer. She does jazz. Something about jazz is significant. There could be like jazz music and behind her while she's singing and shit like that. But he's telling these men to come and see. And if you like, can we work out a deal? Okay? Can we work out a deal? Help me help you. I know you're scouting for new talent. I got talent. Okay? My old lady is the talent. So he offered his old lady up. That's what he called her. My old lady. He offered his old lady up because he couldn't pay what he owed. Meanwhile, he told his old lady, hey, I'm not even doing this no more. Okay? So when she sung that night, when she got on the stage and she sung that night, she was a little hesitant. What I'm picking up on is somebody that was a little hesitant while they were singing, family. They were a little nervous because, again, this man told her, hey, I'm not into that life no more. But you're in the back of the club talking to this loan shark. I thought you wasn't in the life anymore. So when she gets off the stage, he comes and grabs her. It was a little stern grab. This is what I'm picking up on. It was a stern grab. Mind you, this lady is upset. This Queen of Cups in reverse, she's upset. It was a stern grab. It was like, come here. Again, this man, her man that she was with, her dude that offered her up, his palms were sweaty. She know when this man, when his palms are sweaty, she know that he's nervous. Something is off. So she knew something was off when he grabbed her, and she felt his palms were sweaty to the point where he grabbed her and left a sweat print on her arm. Left sweat on her arm. He grabs her wrist, pulls her, like, come on, and then grabs her hand, locks in with her hand. Tight. So he introduced her to the long shark. Okay? She's confused. And then he tells her. She's like, no. She's like, I thought you were done with this lifestyle. And then he tells her, this is the last time. This is the last time. If you do this for me, if you do a couple of shows for me, you know what I'm saying? He's like, if you do a couple of shows for me, it'll be over. You feel me? If you go on tour. Something about jazz is significant. So she could have been singing in front of there could have been jazz in the background playing while she's singing. They needed like a lead singer. They needed a female. Someone beautiful. This lady's beautiful. They needed a beautiful face, slim waist. You know what I'm saying? Honest person. Imagine that. They needed somebody honest, but they were, you know what I'm saying? However, she would have to quit her job at the school, which she loved. She loved teaching the children. She did. She loved the Hermit, the Nine of Swords. She loved teaching the children. She loved the kids. She didn't want to quit her job. The man, he so worried and focused on money. Yeah, he's using her to pay his due. However, she's still going to get paid. All right, so, yeah. So he's telling her, if you do this for me, it's over with. I'm never going to do this again. I'm never going to be involved with this long shark again. If you go on tour, if you do this with me, for me, you know what I'm saying? If you do this for me, and you can quit that stupid job with them kids. I know you're getting tired of working with them, insulting something that she loves. She loved working with the kids. He's insulting it, trying to downplay it. You're better than that. You're more than that. You deserve to be on bigger stages. You're the face. Trying to butter her up, trying to make her feel good. But she loved her kids. She loved the school. So she tell him, I think about it. But he goes and tells the long shark, okay. She tells him, I think about it, but he tells the long shark, okay. So yeah. So let's tap into it some more. Okay? Let's tap into it some more. Because he tells the long shark, okay. Yeah, and she says, I'll think about it. All right? The whole time they was in a relationship, she was doing most of the work anyway. You feel me? But let him tell it. She wasn't. She wasn't. That little school she was working at, Alabama could be significant. That little school she was working at. You a teacher in the South. Huh? In the 60s. The mid 60s, late 60s. You're a teacher in the South. That ain't enough money. What you gonna do with that? Huh? And you wanna have kids? How you gonna be able to support the kids? He's arguing with her. Fraud is significant. He's arguing with her. How you gonna be able to support the kids? You don't want me to work. You don't want me to do what I do on the side no more. You don't want me to, hang around the gangsters and shit no more. You don't want me to do that. What is your school going to do? How's your school going to take care of us? How are we going to keep food on the table if you keep working at this school that ain't paying you much? Again, this is really giving Alabama in the 60s. How you going to do that? You ain't making enough money. Going back to what I said, he's mad. He's saying, you're not making enough money. You want to have a family. You want us to have kids and things like that. You're not making enough money. We need more money than what you're making. Okay? So he's trying to persuade her to go ahead and go on tour with these people. All right? She don't want to do it. She want to stay at her school. Mind you, she don't even have kids yet, family. So what does he do? He takes her on a date, family. Fishing. They go fishing. He takes her fishing. Alright? Let's go on a date. Let's go fishing. Okay? This is closer to, tour time. She still ain't said yes or no. There's a heavy investment. Okay? All he care about is money. There's a heavy investment involved, family. He need her to hurry up and say yay or nay. Because it's like the investment is like, okay, he was going to be able to get this much off tops of the investment. However, he need the yes or, he need her to say yes. Mind you, he already got the investment is what I'm hearing. He already got partial of the money after he already told the man. He already told this gangster. He already told this man yes that she was going to do it. So he gave him partial of the investment. A little bit of the investment to hold him over. Okay? So he didn't already spent that money. She didn't know nothing about no money. She didn't know nothing about no money, family. He didn't give her no money. He's sitting over here at the house acting like he ain't got no money. This man done been in jail, so, he's like, he can't get a real job. That's what he's saying. Yeah. Something about Cancer is significant. This is female. Again, water sign in reverse. She could be a Cancer. She's in reverse because she's angry. She mad. She mad. So, yeah. So he take her fishing. And he said a little bit too much that day. Right? He spoke too much. He slipped up and told her. He slipped up and told her that he had already got a payment. So at that point, he was forcing her. You're going to do it. I already got paid by them. If I don't bring them back the money, then they going to take my life. So you going to do this, is what he's telling this lady. This lady is not, no, you don't tell me what I'm going to do. You don't tell me what I'm going to do. Okay? I just heard Biloxi. That could be significant as well. However, they're in the water. The boat getting shaky. Because he's being aggressive with her. You're going to do this. You're going to do this shit. If you don't do this shit, then I'm going to be gone. They going to take my life if you don't do it. Do you not care about me? He start getting nervous. Palms start getting sweaty. She know what time it is when his palms get sweaty. Did this man put his hands on her? Was this bridge? Something about a bridge is significant. Something about a bridge is significant. So they could have been passing under the bridge. A boat and a bridge is significant. Okay? Multiple times. Okay, so this man put his hands on her multiple times. He did. He was abusive. So she understood what it meant when his hands started getting, his palms started getting sweaty. He started getting nervous. Yeah. Something about a tree is significant. He's tussling with her on the boat, family. You know, she's like, damn. And she just thinking like, fuck. What the fuck? He's just constantly saying, if you don't do this, they gonna kill me. They gonna take my life. You don't care about me? You don't care? You want them to take my life? That's what he constantly saying. What happened, Spirit? Tell me what happened. Like, what happened? Okay, because we know she ended up in a school's trash can. She ended up in the school that she worked at. She ended up in the trash can at the school. Okay? We know that. So this man that she loved, that loved her, after her telling him no, after her saying that she didn't want any parts in it, that she wasn't going to go on tour, that she wasn't going to be involved. I'm sneezing right now. Hold on right quick, family. Bless me. That she wasn't going to be involved in whatever he had going on with this loan shark. He proceeded to drown this lady after he put his hands on her, after he roughed her up. He drowned her. He drowned her. He drowned her. However, the body kept coming up. The body wouldn't sink. The body wouldn't sink. Yeah. Something about female, a Queen of Pentacles is significant. This could be someone who worked at the school with her, who found her body inside of the trash can at the school. Okay, this could be a teacher, or this could be a cafeteria lady who found her. Either a teacher or a cafeteria lady who found her in the dumps, in the trash can. Okay, or this could be. Okay, so what I'm picking up is the cafeteria lady found her body in the trash can behind the school. The cafeteria lady went to this Queen of Pentacles energy to bring her to what she found. Because the cafeteria lady, when she approached the Queen of Pentacles energy, again, this is a staff member, a school teacher at the school. When she approached her, she was crying. So he drowns her and moves her body to the school's trash can. Okay? And to be found the next morning by the lunch lady. And the lunch lady again goes to this other teacher, either the teacher or the principal of the school, and takes her to her gruesome discovery, is really what it's given, family. And there's freaking, maggots. And so if there's maggots inside of the body, because I'm hearing maggots and I'm hearing flies and things like that. So it may not have been, the morning after where they found the body inside of the trash can. Okay? It may not have been the morning after. It may be a few days after. Because if maggots and things are in the body and flies and things, flies of course, but maggots and things, you know what I'm saying? Gruesome discovery. Also I'm picking up on, trigger warning, parts of this lady's body were, rats and things and, rodents had got to this lady's body is what I'm picking up on. Okay. So she had been outside of the school in that trash can for quite a bit of time for that to take place. So when they finally found her remains, okay, mind you, and back in them times, when it came to justice and things like that, people wasn't getting their justice. So this was just giving very much so John Doe type of case. All right, not even a John Doe, but just a case that didn't get solved. You feel me? That's what this was, a case that didn't get solved. A case that was just, okay, a teacher, a black teacher in the 60s, found dead in a trash can at a school, whatever school she worked at. It really didn't get that much, attention. You feel me? And this is giving very much so Alabama. All right, so it wasn't getting that much attention, if you understand. So, you know what I'm saying? This case was just pushed to the side, pushed to the back. All right. It was. And her family, never got any, parents and things like that. She didn't have any children, but parents and cousins and things like that. They didn't get any, back in that time, those people, they're passed away now. However, they didn't, because they were older then. They didn't get any, and this lady could have had she could have been the only, so she could have had a younger brother. Okay? Definitely had a younger brother. What happened to the younger brother before I close this reading up, Spirit? What happened to the younger brother? Yeah, okay, I want to know what happened to the younger brother. And what happened to the boyfriend that did this to her? What happened to the younger brother, Spirit? Oop. Died of a broken heart. Died of a broken heart. Died of a broken heart. He started doing drugs and all types of shit. That's sad. Yep. What happened to this man? What happened to the man that took her life, Spirit? What happened to the man that took her life? What happened to the man that... Okay, I'm hearing that the brother could have had a child. The brother could have a son that's in prison right now. Yeah. Give me something on the man, Spirit. What happened to the man? Oh, wow. So he ends up going to meet with the people. After he took her life, he ends up going to meet with the people. All right. And somehow he ends up offed. Yeah, he ends up offed as well. This man could have got shot 3 times in his chest. Okay, but I see music notes here. So he met up with these people but didn't have the lady with him. So they ended up taking his life that night. Yep. Because that was his last chance. So this is just a selfish fucker. This person was just selfish. He didn't want to die alone. That's what it was. Because he knew if he didn't have her, if he didn't bring her, that he was going to be offed. Because that was the deal. Plus he had already took some money and didn't, you know what I'm saying? Took a form of payment. So he knew that if he didn't bring her, so it was selfish. That's why she's still mad. It was selfish. Selfish. He was like, I don't want to die alone. I know if I don't bring you back, I'm going to die alone. I'm going to get killed. I'm going to get offed if I don't show up with you. He's screaming at her, telling her that. Screaming while they're in the water. And when I say in the water, they're in a boat. Okay? They're in a boat. So he's dumping her head in and out the water, screaming at her. And then after he kills her, after he offs her, I didn't mean to do it. He crying, telling me he didn't mean to do it. Family, he didn't mean to do it. He meant to do it. He didn't want to die alone. Yeah. He didn't want to die alone. And on top of that, he moved the body to... Who did he move the body with? Before I go, Spirit. Who helped him move the body? Who helped him move the body? Or did he move it by himself? Who helped him move the body, Spirit? He moved it by himself. Yep, he moved it by himself. Yep. Damn. So anyway, that's this, family. Alright, moral of the story is pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to people's energies. Pay attention when their energies is off. You know what I'm saying? She knew he was abusive. However, she knew when he would get in these rageful energies, she knew that his hands would be sweaty. His palms would be sweaty. So when she felt that his palms were sweaty, you know what I'm saying? That was the universal clue that the universe was giving her. It's time to move around from this person. Right? When he lied to her and told her that he had stopped doing what he was doing, family, and continued to do it, that was the universe saying it's time for you to move around from this person. This person is deadly. This person is a liar, then this person is deadly. If this person will lie to you about something, Imagine all the other things that this person has lied to you about and will lie to you about. That was the universe urging her to move around from this person. Move around. This person does not mean you any well. And he's insulting something that she loves. She loved working at the school. She loved being a teacher. All right? She loved being a music teacher. He's insulting what she loved because he owes people money and he wants her to say F the school, F the kids, to come and work on the road. Pay attention to that energy, family. Pay attention to people like that. Those are what we call monsters. Okay? Those are what we call monsters. You feel me? There's a monster. Somebody that, wants to downplay what you do, want to downplay this and that, want to make you feel bad about something that you love, make you feel bad for choosing yourself. You feel me? And then, be mindful of those type of people. Don't freaking, some people like that toxic shit, family. Some people like to, that mean that they love me more because they care. That mean that they love. Nah, that don't mean that. That means that motherfucker's a psychotic psycho. And that motherfucker will take your life at any given moment.